Peace and love, guys. Jerison here. And today, I want to talk about something that's really fucked up that we keep doing to each other in our society. I want to talk about these ideal images and these stereotypes that we're putting on ourselves and on each other, and why they're really screwing with the way that we think. Right? Some of this is going to be directed at the ladies, and some of this is going to be directed at the men. But first, I'm going to start with the women. Now, we all know that in this society, beauty is really focused on physical beauty, physical attraction, and it screws with a lot of women, you know? We have this idea that women have to be sexy, but they can't want sex cuz that makes them a slut. And it's like, how do you do that? How do you put that on yourself in a way that makes sense, you know? And it ends up messing with a lot of people's heads because they're trying to be something that's perfect, right? Because we've put it into ourselves that we have to fit these images of what people should be, rather than accepting the fact that we're people, and being people means that we're imperfect, right? And so you have all these girls who are trying their best to fit these ideals. Some of them are making it, right? And that's making the other girls feel worse about themselves, because now you got all these people who can't fit this perfect ideal of what a woman should be, and now they feel like they're trash. They feel like they can't be themselves because what they view as themselves is apparently, according to society, lower than that of the perfect woman, this slender, graceful model who is this perfect, alluring woman that at the same time brings all the men towards her without ever making a mistake, without ever doing anything wrong. And what that ends up doing, you gotta understand, that ain't human. It's not human in the slightest. And if you view that as what the person should be, as what the average person should be, you will never achieve it because we make mistakes every single day. I mean, I got up out of bed today and I tripped, right? Like, we fuck up. So remember that. Seriously. Think about yourself. Think about your head. Think about who you are. Accept that you aren't going to be perfect always, but know that you're perfect because you're you, right? You have your personality, you have your skills, you have everything that is gorgeous about you. So don't forget that. Remember how beautiful you are in your own way. And accept that. And I promise you, there's a brother out there or a sister, like, who is going to see that, who's going to see you for who you are, is going to see that beauty within you, and is going to love you for it. I promise you that. Now, for the men, this is something that's oh so fucked up, right? Like, seriously, I've seen this in so many guys, and I see this all the time. And it's this idea that as men, we need to be perfect, masculine, macho men, right? No emotions, absolute leaders, perfectly dominant, every situation, right? And you have to realize though, that that type of person does not know how to deal with their emotions. They don't know how to deal with anything. The only way that they respond to situations with is anger, right? And that's not a good way to deal with shit, right? And we put all this pressure on ourselves to be perfect, to be able to attract any woman that we want, right? To do all of these things that are impossible. And you can't be soft, you can't show emotion, none of that shit. And it's bull, right? Because you got to understand, we are human beings. We are expressive. We are emotional. You got to deal with that shit when it happens, right? Seriously. You can't be afraid to be emotional because women are looking for emotion, right? You got to be you. You can't, you cannot let another person dictate for you how you are going to be, right? It's okay to have heroes, right? It's okay to have people that you admire, but don't try to be them, try to be you, right? Because honestly, why are you wasting your time with the girls that ain't interested in you? Because I'll tell you something. If this girl isn't interested in who you are in this one moment, so fucking what? Seriously. Because there are going to be so many other women who like that shit about you, who like who you are, who like the things that you express, right? And if that's true, then why are you so stressed out about this one girl? I'm serious. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Let freedom come to you. Seriously. Do the things that you love. And I promise you, you'll find the girls who like the same stuff that you do. That's just how life works. I'm serious. Like, if you like rock climbing, go rock climb. You'll find girls there. They do it. Oh, man. But seriously, and this is for everyone. You gotta understand. No one knows what's going on, right? There are dudes that are better at getting women. There are women who are sexier and slender and all of that. Those are just things that happen, right? But that doesn't mean that these people are better than you. It doesn't mean it at all. You can't judge the worth of a human being based upon what they look like, based upon how they act with women. You can't do that shit. Because if you do that, then who are you to define that as the worth of a human being? Seriously, right? Like, think about Einstein. Was that a pretty was he the most attractive man out there? No, he wasn't, right? But he did a lot of stuff for humanity, right? So be you, honestly. And it's all right to admit that you have no idea what's going on, because none of us know what's going on. We are legit just monkeys on this earth, flapping around, smoking plants, drinking poison, doing all this random shit. Just remember that past all that, you are consciousness, you are pure soul, right? And if you are a pure soul, then you can't judge and value yourself based upon the things that happen on the outside. It's just not how it works, right? Seriously. And putting pressure on yourself to be perfect is just going to end up negatively affecting you. You're going to always hold yourself to this impossible standard, and that impossible standard is never going to be enough for you. You're never going to make it there, because you got to understand something. Human beings are human. They are perfectly imperfect. You will never achieve perfection because there is no such thing. And honestly, I'm glad for that, because if I was perfect, life would be so boring. You gotta understand, like, if you could get anything you wanted at any point in time ever, what would be the point of it all? Honestly, it's fun having to work for this stuff. I think it is, at least, because it makes life a challenge. And who doesn't love a challenge, right? So seriously, love yourself and don't get too stressed out about it all, because this is a little game for us. This is our playground, right? This is our earth. And if you get too stressed, then you're just going to end up hurting yourself up in here. And I don't want that. Neither do you. So peace and love, beauties. Have a beautiful day.